G'day everyone, Chris Carlin here, masteryourmoneynow.com.au, helping you take control of your finances from the comfort of your own home. And I want to respond to this viewer question, saving for your kids. What are some quick tips and advice that I could give about saving for your children? It's a great question. What can we do? The first question I want to ask is why? Why do you want to save for your kids? And I'm not talking about why? Because you love them and all that kind of stuff. What's the end goal? See, people just put money in a bank account or a share account for their kids and don't really know exactly what it's for. What I suggest you do is have a really clear target, a really clear goal, a really clear objective about what are you saving for. Are you saving for their future school fees? Are you saving for university fees? Is it for a car? Is it for a deposit for a first home? Whatever that might be, make it sure that you have a very clear end goal in regards to what you are saving for, okay? The second thing I would mention is, and again, it depends on your circumstances and how long that you've got to save for, but I generally say if you're saving for your kids, don't put it in a bank account. I know there's some pretty good incentives out there. I think Westpac were doing you get $200 if you open a kid's bank account. I'm not sure if they still got that, but they were certainly doing that for a bit there. But generally speaking, I would say don't put the funds in a bank account, especially if you're looking to save for more than 10 years. The reason I say this, I'll give you an example here. If you've got $2,000 as a starting point that you've got to put in an account and you said, well, I'm going to put $20 a week into this account for the next 18 years. If you put it in a bank account that's only earning 2%, at the end of 18 years, your child is going to have $25,000 at the age of 18, which is all right, but it's not great. However, if you put that in a share portfolio or a managed fund that's been earning 10% per year over the 18 years, you're going to have, wait for it, $65,000, an extra $40,000 for your child's 18th birthday. That's going to be one hell of a birthday bash if they're going to spend it on their birthday. So don't put it in cash. The returns on cash at the moment are dreadful. If you're getting more than 3%, you've done well. I'd be looking at some other options which give you some better long-term returns. And the third thing is, and this one, I only brought this one up because someone told me a hilarious story this week. It was a grandmother. They said they spent all this money on kids' toys for their first birthday. And you know what the one-year-old, their favorite present was? Someone had got them a bag of balloons for 50 cents out of the supermarket. And he was just blowing them up and popping them, and he was absolutely loving it. So my question is, do they actually really need all those toys? Why don't you do instead? This is just an idea that I know a few people are doing. If you, for example, usually spend $100 or $50, whatever it might be, on kids' toys for your kids when they turn a particular age, why don't you say to them and your relatives, well, don't spend all that money on gifts. Let's put some of that into this savings account for their future, whatever you said you're saving for. You know, it's rather than spending $50 on gifts, spend $25 on a gift and put the other $25 in our child's school fee fund or their house deposit fund or their university deposit fund, whatever that might be. It's a far greater way of doing it. You get the family involved, you get their friends involved, and then you're building some savings and giving them a real big benefit. Not this toy that's, let's be honest, is going to be thrown out after 6 months. That sounds a bit harsh. All right, call me the Grinch, that's okay. But over the long term, your kids will be grateful for doing that. If you want to talk about some other options when it comes to your saving or any other financial situation or circumstances you may have, by all means book in your free 30-minute consultation by going to www.masteryourmoneynow.com.au/get started and pick a time that suits you so you can have a chat about your circumstances. Thanks for joining us for this week's Whiteboard Wednesday. Feel free to share this with friends, family and work colleagues, especially those of you who want to be building a savings account for your kids. And I look forward to joining you in next week's Whiteboard Wednesday.